Hi, how are you? I figured that some people might not understand the reasons why I stopped being on a podcast. My main reason mainly was I did way too many episodes because after a while, having to hear an album every week and then doing a review of it sort of dulls the experience of listening to the music. So it got to the point where it didn't matter whether or not I picked the album or the co-host picked the album. I wasn't into any of it. And I was listening to albums that I liked, but I was feeling like it was a chore and I wasn't enjoying them. And the whole point of music is to enjoy music. So for me, listening to the records for a review, it originally was fun. But then to have to do it or to be on an episode week after week, it got to where it was kind of like a job, in my opinion, because not only do I have to do the review, but then I have to write down what I think of the songs, and if I have a day where I can do that, then fine. But sometimes I found that I was listening to stuff that was totally different than the stuff that I had to review. And I had to stop listening to what I wanted to hear in order to hear the record that I was reviewing. And it was sometimes totally different music, and it clashed with my feeling of wanting to hear something. It was kind of like having a plate of food and everything is tasty except for one thing that doesn't taste good at all. But that's the thing that I'm supposed to eat. So I do eat it, but then the taste in my mouth sort of gets covered with this taste of the food that I don't like, and it makes the other food not taste as good anymore. And that was sort of how doing the reviews was. It was like I had to listen to the albums for the review, and then it spoiled what I wanted to hear. And originally it wasn't like that. But after a while, after at least a couple of years of week after week, then it builds up and it becomes a bit much. And so that was the main reason why I left. It's because I was tired of doing reviews. So I figured that I would let you know that that's the case. If other people like doing reviews, then do them. I'm at the point where there's only maybe one or two podcasts that I really sometimes listen to only because of the way they do the podcasts. Sometimes their opinions are not at all like mine, but at least the way they do the podcasts and the way they talk about the music, it comes from being aware of what the music is and not someone who has to look up Wikipedia or anything like that. It's someone who is aware of what the music is. And so that's something that I think about when I'm watching podcasts. There are some people who talk so much about info about the group that they almost don't even get to their own opinion about the album, because they're more about informing people about the group, as if everyone who listens to the podcast doesn't know anything. And whether that's the case or not, I would like to hope that if someone is interested in a group, then that person can look up the information on their own, that they don't need to have a podcaster spend more time talking about info instead of opinions. So I listen to very few podcasts now, except for a couple here and there who they get to the music and they get to how they feel about the music. And that's what I think is cool. So I will probably do another video that talks about another aspect of podcasting. But for now, I just wanted this one to be about the reasons why I decided to stop with a podcast that I was on. Okay. Cheers and bye.